What's good, y'all? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Back at it again. It's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. For real, for real. Um, today's episode. Today's episode, I wanted to talk to my parents, man. I think, I believe the number one thing a parent should do. Well, not the number one, but one of the main things their parents should do is never let their children idolize famous people. Never let your children idolize rich and famous people because, for one, it's about respect. If you don't teach your child to look up to you and respect you and value that the man that you are, if you're a good person, see, that's the thing. People want their children to look up to them and respect them, but a lot of y'all ain't respectable parents. A lot of y'all don't do anything that deserves respect. A lot of y'all put people before your children. You put the society before your children. You go out to the club. You put your babies off. You go out and get some dick. You put your babies off. You go out and get some pussy. You put your baby off. You drop off to your mama's house. You drop off to your grandma's house. You avoid your responsibilities to be selfish. And this is a lot. This shit goes on every day in the world. Every day in the modern world. We're living in a time where people have these babies, these illicit babies. They have these babies with niggas that they're not even with, because nobody has the self-respect or the self-discipline to not just be fucking all freely out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks you just got to bust your legs wide open or just jump inside anything you see. And sex is to make babies, man. Sexual intercourse is to make babies, is to procreate, is to reproduce. It's not just to bust off. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's not all about that. So for one, if you are a respectable person, if you are a respectable parent, teach your child, well, yeah, earn your child's respect. You can't get respect. You have to give. I mean, you can't just get respect. You got to receive. You got to deserve it. You got to earn respect. You know what I'm saying? So if you are respectable and you do what you got to do to earn the respect, then garner that respect. Make sure your children look up to you. Make sure they value what you're doing. Make sure you have an impact and an influence on your children's lives, because if they're not looking up to you, they're not even your child. If you have a child that doesn't look up to you, it's really not your child. You're just guardian them. You're like the guardian. Because if your child respects their teacher more than they respect you, if they respect their peers more than they respect you, if they respect society and rich people and famous people more than they respect you, you're not doing your job as a parent in no kind of way. Because if you was doing your job as a parent, your children would look up to you, value and appreciate you for you taking care of them, because that's what it's all about. So I don't understand all this looking up to famous people and shit. You got grown ups, man. You got people in their 40s and upper 30s still looking up to teenagers and shit. Just because the teenagers is in a position of money or fame or something like that. It just speaks volumes on how pathetic we are and how pathetic the world has become. Especially here in America, man. It's so pathetic. We don't even look up to doctors, lawyers, politicians, teachers. We don't look up to firefighters, police. We don't look up to none of the regular jobs that make America run. We only look up to the top 10% of Americans who have millions of dollars and do a bunch of wild, crazy shit. Because if you really look at the millionaires, majority of them are doing wild, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because they have more money than the average, or they have a little bit more power than the average citizens, they do a lot more. They have a lot more options. They have a lot more, So I'm not hating on the rich, man. But if your children don't look up to you, you failed. You giving up. You failed in life. You failed. If your children's looking up to rappers more than they looking up to you as their father, you failed. You fucking failed. You're a failure in life, and it's over for you, for real. How do we do this? How do we get our children to look up to us more, and not feed into society, into these famous people? I'll tell you, stop watching all the bullshit. Stop watching syndicated TV. Stop following the program. Stop following the blueprint and create a blueprint. Teach your children. Spend time with them. Develop your children. Bond with them, build with them, and grow with them. Because at the end of the day, man, it ain't nobody else's responsibility or job to take care of your children. It's your job. It's your responsibility. So with all that being said, I'm about to go ahead and get in here and cook some breakfast for my kids before they get up. I had to do this little video before they get up. You got to have structure, man. You got to have discipline, man. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do to earn the respect of your children. And then once you earn the respect, you got to keep it. So that means do respectable things. Don't bring people around them who don't care about them. Don't do selfish things in front of your children. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke tobacco and shit like that in front of your children. Don't drink alcohol and shit in front of your children. If you have to sip, have your cup somewhere off to the side, sip it and keep tripping and dipping. But don't just be swigging bottles and showing them that that's what's going on, because that's not what's going on. Everybody can't handle drinking. Everybody can't handle smoking. Everybody can't handle certain things. Some people can't handle money. Some of y'all are better off poor. Some of y'all are better off fucked up. So, because everything is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you damn sure could teach your kids to respect and value. You can earn that. You damn sure could earn that if you're a respectable person, man. So with that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. I'm trying to get my content, my subscriptions up, man. So please help me out with that. Hit me up with a subscription if you haven't already. And I appreciate you so much for tuning in, man. It's your big homie, Big Bad A. And it's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast.